Oh!
Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would let him out right there.
Scuffed right off.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Big punch finds its mark.
This might be it.
Oh, my. Woo-wee. Oh, what a forearm.
Oh, right to the gut. This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
So much force there.
Caught him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No way. No way. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
And no luck against Rhino there. Oh, kick right to the gut. Oh, man, what a strike.
Who can ever forget the embarrassing events of 1994 when the entire team of Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Owen Hart, and Jim Neidhart were eliminated all at the same time? I always find it interesting to see how these teams interact. There are so many unique personalities, and oftentimes they don't necessarily mesh well.
Disrespectful shove there.
Oh, what impact. These guys are giving it absolutely everything they've got.
The traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match is such a wild card, especially when you bring together so many combustible elements.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
A striking blow.
Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin did the unthinkable when he aligned himself with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin did the unthinkable when he aligned himself with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. Seems like these guys are letting out a lot of pent-up frustration tonight.
Wow, elbow! Incredible action in this match so far. Oh, shows no mercy.
And that poor chair. It looks like a twisted heap.
What a match!
Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin whack.
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Who knows what's going to happen? This match could go anywhere. You got to wear your opponent down. Find that little weakness that could help you end up with a victory. This match has been 100 miles per hour since the opening bell. Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Into the powerbomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point in the match.
Incredible impact.
Who can ever forget the embarrassing events of 1994 when the entire team of Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Owen Hart, and Jim Neidhart were eliminated all at the same time?
The tension, the drama. This is electric.
Ooh, what impact.
In the office. In the office. Look at this.
Oh, don't do this. Please don't.
Oh, my God. This might be it.
Oh, my. That has got to be it.
That is exactly what Rhino needed.
Boom, what impact.
Oh, nasty impact.
Harsh impact. You gotta believe this one's over. Oh boy, he is rolling.
These guys are giving it their all here tonight, not just to entertain the fans, but to ultimately walk away with the win. Boom! Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin did the unthinkable when he aligned himself with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. One of these guys is going to walk away with the win here tonight. I just can't imagine one of them also accepting defeat.
Shoved right off.
In the office. In the office. Look at this.
Oh, don't do this. Please don't.
Oh, my God. Oh!
The game getting absolutely punished right now.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it didn't look any less brutal the second time around.
I got to tell you, these guys are in the best shape I've ever seen them in.
He might have it.
Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin did the unthinkable when he aligned himself.
Nailed it. The game getting absolutely punished right now.
That is exactly what Rhino needed.
Shoving them away. In the office. In the office. Look at this.
Oh, don't do this. Please don't.
Oh, my God. Oh!
That's what he was looking for, Michael. Will Triple H even be able to continue?
How could you question the game? The tension, the drama. This is electric.
There can only be one top dog here in the WWE, and a win here will go a long way in solidifying one of these guys' claims of being the best in the business. Folks, it was in the city of Houston, Texas, that Stone Cold Steve Austin did the unthinkable when he aligned himself with Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania 17. Great one-on-one action here tonight. It doesn't get much better than this. The traditional Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match is such a wild card, especially when you bring together so many combustible elements.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat.
I always find it interesting to see how these teams interact. There are so many unique personalities, and oftentimes they don't necessarily mesh well.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan, Tony Storm, and Charlotte.
Byron, what can we expect to see from these two teams here tonight?
Michael, I fully expect to see these two teams put on an absolute clinic in tag team competition. That's how good these teams are. There's no questioning what Stephanie McMahon has done for our industry, but well, some would say her personality can be abrasive at times.
You tell her that, Byron. Go tell Stephanie that she's abrasive.
She seems busy right now. Some would say that perhaps her attitude leaves a little bit to be desired.
Well, then
She's the boss.
some better find their way to the unemployment line.
Well, I'm not me, I'm just saying.
The irresistible force.
And her partner from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
One of the most dominant women in WWE history.
Physically unparalleled in the women's division, Nia Jax has imposed her will on everyone that stepped in the ring as opposition.
An incredible pedigree for success for Nia Jax. Here we go, folks, as we kick off this tag team match.
Doesn't get any better than this. We're about to witness tag team action at its finest, fellas.
Oof.
Beautiful technique.
Tag.
Uh-oh. This could be bad news. Double T. Ooh, what impact.
Thunderous slam.
Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
Uh-oh. Stephanie McMahon on her heels a bit here. Her and her partner making a great tag team. We'll see what they're made of here.
These women are so evenly matched at this point, guys. There's just no telling which one of them will walk out of here victorious. For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor making...
Look out, there's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express his strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask.
Over the last few years, the tag team scene in WWE is hotter than it's ever been. One of the teams that has shined.
There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now.
She's in a bad way here, Byron.
Don't count her out yet, Michael.
The tag team competition right now is as heated as it's ever been since the Attitude Era. Everywhere you look, there's another tremendous tag team combination looking to make a run at the WWE Tag Team Gold. When we talk about the New Day, the team won a fatal four-way match in their second tag team title reign at 2015's SummerSlam.
I may think the power of positivity stinks like a bag of rotting garbage, and that Woods, Kingston, and Big E are idiots, but I'll give the New Day this. They're one of the greatest tag teams ever. And what put them in that category was when their tag team championship reign lasted a record-setting 483 days.
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner locked up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification. Oh man, she's rolling now.
In a standard tag team match, one competitor is in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate is in their corner standing on the ring apron. I should also point out that the competitor in the ring, as far as the referee is concerned, is the legal man. Only the legal man can attempt to score a fall over an opponent or be defeated by an opponent.
In a tag match, when a superstar tags their partner, the person who tagged out has until the referee's count of 5 to exit the ring. For a tag to be considered legal, both of the superstars' feet have to be on the apron. The partner must be touching the tag rope in the corner. Both team members must touch, and the referee must see the tag.
She counters before it's too late. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble match was full of amazing moments, but Nia Jax may have had the best performance of the 29 women who didn't win that match.
I agree, Michael. While Asuka was obviously the true winner of the match,
here's the cover.
Fellas, let's go back to Nia Jax's Royal Rumble performance. When it comes to unassisted eliminations, she had the most in the Royal Rumble, tied with Michelle McCool. But here's the thing. McCool was a surprise entrant. 4 women knew to prepare for Nia and still fell to the irresistible force.
Nia Jax set another record that night as 6 women needed to team together to eliminate the irresistible force. And it was 6 of the all-time greats. Asuka, Bayley, Natalya, Trish Stratus, and the Bella Twins.
I don't think there are 2 teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
Nasty one right to the chest. Nailed it.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
Incoming. 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in a 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at 1 fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down and the third fall was ruled a double countout.
In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that
she's looking at it. I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence led to nasty impact.
Got every out. A win like that says a lot about a duo.
Here we go, guys. Tag team action is underway.
doesn't get any better than this. We're about to witness tag team action at its finest, fellas.
Looks like a power bomb coming up.
There may be no escaping this one, Cole.
You gotta believe this one's over.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
A bad spot here for Stephanie McMahon. Her and her partner aren't going to let this derail them, though.
She's putting up quite a fight here, Cole, but despite that, now is probably a good time to look for the tag.
I definitely didn't anticipate her struggling so much, but hey, crazier things have happened here in the WWE. James Ellsworth, 2016, is a perfect example of that.
In order to be a premier tag team, a superstar and their teammate must have that continuity where they're a well-oiled machine inside the ring. I'm talking about classic techniques like cutting the ring in half, isolating your opponent, relegating them to your corner, and making frequent tags so that the fresh man is always in the ring. That's how you keep your opponents off balance.
There's the tag. I don't think this is going to be good, Corey.
Corey, a few moments ago, you took us through what it takes for a tag team to be... Oh, and she makes the tag.
And not a moment too soon, Michael.
Good night.
Good grief.
Drop kick. Nia Jax, the irresistible force, is in action here. As her name implies, she's a tough competitor to overcome. Any ideas of how an opponent can prepare for Nia?
I'd say it's nearly impossible to take down Nia, but the few times Jax has lost has been due to competition with serious submission skills. We've seen arm bars and sleeper holds make the few dents in Nia's otherwise impressive records.
Going back to the discussion of submission holds succeeding against Nia Jax, Bayley used a sleeper hold to retain the NXT Women's Championship, and Asuka locked in an armbar for 2 whole minutes to beat Nia on Raw. And then there's Ronda Rousey, who skillfully used her variety of submissions against the irresistible force.
Yeah, but we're talking about Ronda Rousey, Bayley, and Asuka here. 3 of the most skilled competitors in WWE history. Getting close enough to Nia to even clinch in a submission is a tall feat, since Jax will likely destroy you the moment you're within arm's reach.
This might be it. Oh, my. Look at her go.
Most of the truly great tag teams in sports entertainment created a double-team finishing maneuver. The spike pile driver from Anderson and Blanchard. The heart attack from the Hart Foundation. The rocker dropper from the Rockers, or the Doomsday device from the Road Warriors. A team needs to have a tag team finisher and be able to execute that finisher on all types of opponents.
Elbow finds its mark. Nia Jax is really starting to fade now.
At this point, she really needs to think about making a tag to her partner. Corey, a few moments ago, you mentioned some of the great tag team finishing moves in sports entertainment history. Don't forget about the 3D from the Dudley Boys, or the double drop kick from the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express. In tag team action, like in singles competition, once a duo nails their opponent with their finisher, that should signal the beginning of the end.
It can take a long time for a tag team to decide on a...
She might have it.
When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner.
Superplex!
Incredible! Corey, let's look at this again. She's in control now.
She's looking at it. Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create that separation you spoke of, so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, may be the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
She's on a roll now.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, The New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber teams. And when the tag team scene is that competitive, you don't know which team will be wearing the gold. Nia Jax did not waste any time in becoming a dominant force in NXT. After cryptic vignettes declared that Nia wasn't like most girls, she proved it by laying waste to NXT's best en route to Women's Championship contendership.
Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring. Going back to Nia Jax NXT days, she really displayed her dominance on her rise to the top, dispatching performers like Liv Morgan and Carmella without much trouble.
Having been there for Nia's early days, I can tell you she was milliseconds away from beating the likes of Bayley and Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. Nia had takeover battles well in hand with both women, but lost due to rookie miscues. And now that she's got more experience, she's earning main event matches and winning titles.
Tag team history was made when the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions were crowned at Backlash 2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team would be the inaugural Tag Team Champions.
Hooked up. Beautiful technique.
She is on fire.
Boom, what impact.
She comes up big with a reversal.
Neckbreaker. Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off.
She goes for the cover. In off the tag.
Oh, and Nia Jax hits the mat hard.
Slam down hard.
She's fading here, guys.
Cole, she's got to shake those cobwebs. It is imperative.
Near a count out here, Corey.
It would be a shame if this ends in a countout, Cole.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
She wants to do this in the ring.
Oh, look at this, raining down sharp elbows.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for, the win.
What's he doing?
Gets the tag.
Oh, man, what a boot. We're looking at complete domination here.
A few inches off there.
Inches? She missed by at least a foot, Cole. What?
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Draped on the apron.
Harsh impact.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Absolutely has to get back in the ring.
There's no way around it.
Face first off the barricade.
Using the elbow as a weapon.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. Look at this.
Comes in off the tag.
Ooh, what impact.
You can see the confidence just beaming.
Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael. Look at her go.
Boom, what impact. Oh. And that one does the job.
It definitely dropped her, but I'm not so sure it's over yet.
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this.
Strong kick. My goodness.
She's taken it to the floor when she can be ever so dangerous.
I got right to the gut. Looking defenseless right now.
She's got to get back in the ring, Michael.
She's got her where she wants her. She might have it.
Beautiful technique.
Setting him up in position here on the second.
Absolutely spiked.
DDT.
Oh no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what will happen next?
Submission time.
Clearly not what she was hoping for when she applied this hold.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Tagged in.
You gotta believe this one's over. Boom!
Look at this. Wait a minute. She's out of it, guys.
Yeah, she's leaving herself wide open here.
Bang!
Are you kidding me?
But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
Nailed it.
I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing. We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
Close to getting a count out here.
Nah, this is just some strategic gamesmanship.
I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each other right now. This is amazing.
Oh, nasty impact.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
Here comes Stephanie McMahon. The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this.
Double axe handle smash. Lariat.
Uh-oh. Oh, what a slam.
But is it enough to put Stephanie away?
This might be...
There's a pin now.
Harsh impact. Setting up for a neck breaker.
There goes the official.
Not gonna lie, that one hurt.
The steps connect.
That hurt me just watching.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. Oh, clobbered by the steps.
That'll make you reassess some things.
She's not looking good here, guys.
Man, she's got to get herself together here.
Oh, the referee better get a hold of things. Ooh! Beautiful technique.
What's he doing?
Oh, schoolboy! Shoulders down here!
She is on fire.
Boom, what impact. A schoolboy. Here we go.
This might be...
She goes for the cover.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Nailed it.
Hard landing there.
Nothing to worry about, just a little misstep on her part.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
What? Wait a minute. Look at this. What?
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE. And she's back in the ring now.
Oh, nasty impact.
What?
Tear the features clean off your face.
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for. The win.
In off the tag.
Harsh impact.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron. Look at this.
The tag team scene here in WWE is undergoing a bit of a renaissance, and it's because of action like this. When she gets in attack mode, look out.
Powerbomb.
Into the quick cover.
Now that's an impressive tag team victory.
I can't remember a tag team match in recent memory that was even close to as good as that one was.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history. Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
Here are your winners, Toni Storm and Charlotte Bad Dawn, the Good Girls.
Another exciting tag team match in the books.
Wow, when you pick up a pinfall victory over somebody like that, you've done something right.
Wow, just wow. I'm speechless. What an amazing match.